Hey, sixth grade, just a few things in language. This is Thursday, April 2nd. Language lesson 11 is due for Friday, April the 3rd. And I do want you to be doing a character sketch. So any work that comes up in your character sketch in lessons 11, 12, 13, I want you to do that. Next Friday, next weekend, when you bring work to school, when you hand in work, I want a completed character sketch on another piece of paper. Okay, so follow directions, fill in whatever you need to in the book. You can do the rough draft in the book. I think in lesson 12, maybe there's a rough draft. But here again, I mean, however long this takes you, if you don't have it done exactly on, Monday, Tuesday, whatever. But just make sure that you have a final copy on another piece of paper, neatly done, spelling, punctuation, stuff like that. Just follow the directions. I'm not going to talk much about it. If you have questions of directions, you can talk to your moms or dads. They can help you out. But I do want a character sketch done on another piece of paper and handed in next weekend with your work. Not this weekend, but next weekend. All right, let's just look at the spelling words in lesson 11. These are words borrowed from the French language. French is a Latin-based language, just like English, Spanish, Italian. So there are some similarities in some of the things, but French is maybe one of the strangest of the Latin-based languages. The way things are spelled, the way things sound. And they say that the French are kind of a snobby people. And if you're learning French and you attempt to use French, they tend to be, and I don't know if this is how general this is, or what percent of the French population is like this, but they would tend to be offended if you don't do it right. So you're trying to learn the language, but you don't pronounce something right or something like that. That is considered to at least some French as offensive. Most times when you're learning a language, you make mistakes. The natives will laugh with you or laugh at you or whatever, but they'll have a good time trying to help you learn it. But apparently, if you try French and you don't do it well, it is considered offensive to at least a certain percentage of the population. So, whatever that's worth, that's your fact of the day about another culture, maybe. All right, here are the words borrowed from French, page 36. I will pronounce them, and for some of them, I will give a little bit of a definition to help you out a little bit with your doing the spelling lesson on page 37. Hatchet, vinegar, croquet. Did you ever play croquet out in your lawn? Adieu. You walk out the door and you bid someone adieu. In Spanish, it's adios. In English, it's goodbye. The literal translation of that adieu is with God. The is kind of with, and the D-I-E-U would be the God, for the word for God. In Spanish, the Dios, D-I-O-S, and adios is God. It's considered a go with God. Farewell, go with God. Shanty. Crochet. I've been doing a lot of crocheting. I've got a couple doilies done, since we're supposed to be staying at home, not going out much. So, I've been doing a lot of crocheting. Yeah, I guess you can believe that if you want to. It's not April 1st anymore, so I can't say April Fools, right? Fuselage. Fuselage has to do with an airplane, I think. Restaurant. Debris. Fillet or fillet, right? Fillet. A fish fillet or a filet mignon. So I think that's spelled with one L. Fillet. Camouflage. A lot of you should know about that. Coward, jelly, strategy, chalet. Chalet and a shanty are kind of similar. Yacht. The very rich among us maybe have a yacht. Cajole. The teacher cajoled his student to get his homework done. Click. Some of you may know about cliques. Omelette and cafe. All right, make sure lesson 11 is finished for Friday, April the 3rd. Are you keeping up with reading? This week you should have gotten lessons 13, 14, and 15 finished in reading. Lesson 15 is due for tomorrow. There will be a test on Monday, an open book test of book 604, and then you'll be ready to begin your last book. So please keep up with reading in the schedule, because I will not mention it a lot. I'll just kind of mention it in passing. I'll mention when you have quizzes and tests. So 13 and 14 and 15 you should get done this week. And then on Monday there will be a test. It will be an open book test, whatever you need, whatever resources you need to do the test in reading. All right, have a good day.